Hello. Today's video is on the importance hierarchy of regeneration, or how you can recover the most efficient way from heavy lifting or exercising in general. And most beginners tend to get this topic all wrong and mix their priorities up. They try to focus on things like supplements and whatnot instead of good sleep and stress reduction and other things that have a major impact on regeneration. And as often, let's begin with a small joke. And I find this one here quite fitting, as some people nowadays try to fix a whole variety of diseases with very simple products that have been available since the beginning of time pretty much. Healing crystals are the solution for everything, according to some people's minds. And if that was really true, why do not people use it all the time to fix the world problems? They might work in some instances, I don't know, I've never dug into it too deep, but there still are people that suffer from those diseases above, and strong men to this day do not utilize the magical powers of healing crystals. But enough with the jokes, let's dig into the actual content of the video. Okay, let's begin with the most important thing when it comes to regeneration. The most important things are sleep and stress reduction. When you sleep, you cause no additional damage to your body, or if any, a minuscule amount. When you cause no additional damage to your body has the ability to regenerate the damage that has already been done. So sleep is a phase of regeneration, both physically and mentally. The other thing that is tightly correlated to sleep is stress. Stress is usually accompanied by the stress hormone cortisol. And when cortisol is present, evolutionarily speaking, the body thinks that there are more urgent concerns than regeneration. If you, for example, face a deadly big animal, your top priority should be to run, or to hide, or to fight, and you need to be ready for that. Regeneration is very secondary in such a situation. And the body thinks accordingly, so it does not waste any resources on regeneration, or very tiny amounts of resources on regeneration, when it is in a stressful situation. And therefore, when you go through stressful events in your life, your regeneration will always be impaired and your regeneration will be subpar. So try to avoid it whenever possible by things like sleeping properly or meditation even. The next most important thing is healthy and sufficient eating. Your body has to use something physical to repair the damage you do to it. And those things are usually proteins, some vitamins, some healthy fats. The tissue has to be created from something, and that something is usually in your food. And it also has to be enough. If there's a lot of damage, you have to use a lot of material to fix the damage. So if you do not eat enough and do not eat the right things, there's no way your body can regenerate the damage you did to it. The next thing, and this is now more important as it's not a thing you usually do anyway, is cardio. And cardio serves one very important purpose. It increases the efficiency of your blood flow system. If your heart is better at pumping blood, you can transport the building blocks for muscles and for regeneration much more efficient and more effective throughout your entire system. If there are more building blocks and they are distributed in a better, more efficient way, you can regenerate better. And another aspect of cardio is that you can also remove the waste products, the metabolic waste products, more effectively. So if there's anything that causes an inflammation, cardio leads to those products being, well, transported to the exit of the body more efficiently. And this is a very common underlying theme when it comes to better regeneration, that it increases blood flow. And the next thing would be active regeneration. Active regeneration in lifting means that you do the same exercises you do anyway, but with much, much lighter weight and for high repetition. And this one serves pretty much as the same or a very related purpose than cardio. You want to transport nutrients and blood to the damaged areas of the body. If you, for example, did a very heavy squat session and have now crazy DOMs, you want to nevertheless squat, even though if it is painful, but do it with a much lighter weight and for much higher reps. That way you can really get a pump in the muscles that are involved and increase the regeneration there by getting more blood and thereby more nutrients into the area and removing the inflammatory metabolic byproducts from the areas. So in essence, it might be a good idea to still train when you have DOMs, but do it in a very light and high rep manner. The next thing would be massages, and massages are still the same thing. You increase the blood flow to an area and thereby make the transportation of materials more efficient. If you, for example, massage an area in your back that is pretty tight, you first of all get blood into the area. You can also, well, deal some mechanical stress to the area and maybe alarm the immune system or the body to the fact that there might be something to regenerate there in general. But that's about it. And the next thing is, for example, Kneipp therapy or hot-cold therapy, as it's sometimes called in the English-speaking countries. With this style of therapy, you also increase the blood flow to certain areas of the body. You get into a cold tub of water and then into a hot tub of water. That makes the capillaries in your body contract or open and close and thereby increase the blood flow to those areas and make them more efficient in general at it. So you can transport more or more efficient the building blocks to the actually damaged tissues. And that's pretty much all those things that have a proven effect on the regeneration in sport. And pretty much the hierarchy is exactly as it's displayed here. You should spend the main time on the bottom part of the pyramid. Fix your sleep and stress, then fix your eating, then maybe introduce some cardio, and then the other things on top. You do not have to invest several $1,000s into a hot-cold tub system if your sleep is still bad and you only sleep 5 hours a night. You should fix that first and see where things go from there. Okay, but let's now come to the summary. What are the takeaway points? First of all, regeneration mainly boils down to stress management and sleep as well as blood flow. And cortisol, for example, can totally ruin regeneration. When too much cortisol is present, everything suffers, apart from your ability to fight and flight. And cardio in general, as well as active recovery or massages or hot-cold therapy, all benefit the blood flow capabilities of the human body. You get more blood to the areas that require regeneration or waste disposal, and thereby help with the regeneration processes. And blood flow is necessary to remove all the metabolic waste products and supply nutrients like protein, micros, essential fats, etc., and are therefore very, very necessary for regeneration processes. And since sleep, stress, and healthy eating are always a good idea, the things you can immediately do to improve your regeneration are improving the blood flow, aka the top 4 parts of the pyramid I displayed. Okay, and that's pretty much it for today. I hope you learned something. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to like the video and maybe subscribe to the channel. And if you feel like I missed something, feel free to let me know in the comment section so other viewers can also benefit from your wisdom. And until then, I wish you a pleasant day and goodbye.